Hello, hello, friends. I did not stitch after the live yesterday. I have done nothing on this. So if you're behind, don't worry, I am behind with you. So there my hand sits. I have been seeing people just outline this instead of filling it in, which you, of course, are welcome to do. I've seen people filling it in just with satin stitch, which you, of course, are welcome to do. Roman. Shh. So yeah, if this is stressing you out, do something different. That's fine. I'm going to keep going, but it just didn't happen yesterday. So I don't work tonight, so maybe I'll feel like it this afternoon. Okay, so we're going to move on, to our embroidery hoop. So, we are going to do this today. I have just some scraps for the heart and the little easel or whatever is behind it that I'm going to use that are these colors. Let's see. 221, 898, and then our embroidery hoop will be the 738. So that's what we have going on for colors right now. Depending on how long this takes us, we will also start working on this plant. So anyways, that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so I am bothered that this is not round. So I'm going to show you my trick that I use for round things. Coins. So what I'm going to do is redraw this circle so that it is round. Let me actually, hold on one second. I'm going to get my Pilot Friction marker so that it's a different color. But when I need something round, I use coins, or I have like these little tags with my logo on them. I think I couldn't find a quarter, but I think this might be more of the size I'm wanting. Anyways, coins are great. I use them all the time. Like when I'm doing like wagon wheel stitches, wagon wheel roses. I use coins a lot. So anyways, I'm going to redraw this circle and then we can start working on. Oh, that is huge. I'm going to go back to the nickel. Darn it. Okay. Okay. Hi, Lisa. Happy Wednesday to you. All right, so we're going to go with this orange circle. So this is heat erasable, so that'll go away. There'll probably be a little bit of a ghost line, but I'm not super concerned. Okay, so let's start with the hoop, and then we will move on to the heart and the easel. So I've got my 738. I am going to use 3 strands. This has 4. Let me pull one out. And we are going to do a chain stitch. So I've showed you a regular chain stitch, and now we're going to do a reverse chain stitch. So we did the regular chain stitch down here on the purple. It was just a little tiny one, but we did do it. So I usually prefer a reverse chain stitch because I find it a little bit easier. So we're gonna start it similarly. We're gonna go up and down in that same hole. And then we want to keep this round. So we want our stitches to stay fairly small. Okay, so normally with a chain stitch, we're gonna go down here and make our next chain. But with reverse chain stitch, we tack down this end and then we move backwards. So we're gonna come down here and we're gonna weave through this one to create that chain. And then we're gonna go back down in that same hole. And that creates our second little chain. And then we just continue on like that. So do you see how this would be more difficult though if you have other stitches around it? So this is nice when there's nothing else around it so that you can weave under it. I feel like I can get my stitches to lay more neatly this way. So I prefer this, but I know that some people don't. So if you start doing it and you don't like it and you liked chain stitch, you can just do that as well. But I like chain stitch because it's easy to make it go. It's nice for like lettering and stuff where you're making curves. It follows a curve really nicely, but it's also nice in a straight line. So it is really versatile. I know some people don't like weaving because their needle can snag on things, but if you've noticed, I tend to kind of wiggle my needle when I'm going under, so I like make sure I'm not like grabbing the fabric or grabbing the thread. You could also use a blunt needle, or you can put the end of your needle through. So like, whoop, push your eye of your needle through like this. I personally don't like that because then I have to turn my needle around to stitch with it again. So I don't love doing that. But I know some people don't mind it, so. And I usually, if I am working in a circle like this, I will turn my hoop in my hand. So working with it in a hoop stand is like frustrating for me. That's okay. I can make it work. So now if I'm not planning on stitching anything like as like the fabric on the hoop. So if you want to, you could do like a satin stitch and then do the hoop around it. If you're gonna do that, I would do the satin stitch first and then do the outlining the hoop. Also, you could use a stem stitch, which is what we used down at the bottom on our books and our green stems that are in our vase. You could use a whipped back stitch. When did we use that? Oh, we used the whipped back stitch on the leaves or the plant. I'm sorry. I was thinking we used a stem stitch, but we didn't. We did whipped back stitch. So anyways, those are great for outlining as well if you want to use them instead. And somebody might tell you otherwise, but I don't think it matters if you always go through this way or if you change and start going this way, because I'm pretty sure I changed directions. I don't think it matters. I've never noticed a difference. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I'm connecting these, I'm going to go up in this same hole that I went down in. To connect these two. Okay. So there we have our cute little hoop. Oh. Hardware. Do we want to do it in this color? I don't think so. I think I want to use brown. Okay, so let's move on to our heart. I'm gonna do the same thing and use 3 strands because I want it to be a little bit more delicate. Actually, I'm gonna use 2 strands because I'm gonna do a whipped back stitch. So I've got 2 strands of the 221. And we're gonna back stitch it and then we will whip it. Let me just get it in my needle here. Drawing my new hoop though, now that I'm looking at this heart, it goes up a little too high, so I'm just gonna, I want that to be just slightly lower over here. Roman, put that back. Okay. So depending on how twisty you want this to look, I would say keep your stitches fairly small because once we get around the top of the heart with the curves, we want to be able to keep our stitches fairly small so that they stay on that curve nicely. These little boys are playing. I tried to get them a show. We were watching The Grinch earlier. You guys watch Christmas movies when it's not Christmas? The Grinch is one of our favorites, so we watch it all year. Whoop, I just noticed there's a little bit of a gap. Right there. But once we whip it, you won't be able to tell. Here too, just not the Jim Carrey one. That is too scary, they say. Yeah, we don't like the Jim Carrey one either. I personally do. I like it. I think it's cute. But my kids like the newest one the illumination one. Is that who makes it? We like that one a lot. My kids think it's super cute. Okay, so there's our back stitch, and then we're gonna go back through and whip it. So we're gonna come, so I went here to here, and then I came up here so I can start doing a whipped back stitch. So I'm just gonna weave under those. So creepy. Yes, we watched that last night. That's so funny. It's on right now. I like the music, the one with all the people singing in the streets. Okay, so this does matter what way you're weaving. So make sure you're always going the same way. So I'm going from the inside out to the edge. Just whatever way you choose to whip, just keep going that same way. Okay, and then I'm gonna go down and then come back up over here, kind of next to, so that I'm not coming out of the same hole. Keep trying to snag in that. Oh, see? Here's the problem.
Mom,
What, honey?
I want to do food.
Okay. Let me finish this video and then we can do a new show. See, this is when holding it in your hand is helpful because it's really hard to get my right hand over there to do this, and I am not left-handed. Gotta make my hand do what I want it to. Makes me wish I was ambidextrous. Oh, come on. To not snag the fabric or the thread with my left hand is hard. Oh, there we go. Okay. We made it. So something cute you could do if you wanted is like stitch this in red or pink and then whip it with the opposite color. So then you've got, it would be like a candy cane kind of effect. Hey, you boys. Roman. That would give it kind of just a cute little like candy cane look to it if you want to get extra. Okay, so let's do our little easel feet. So I've got, I think 3 strands here. Looks perfect. Yep. So I've got 3 strands. And what I'm going to do is a detached chain stitch, but a little bit differently. Okay, so I'm gonna go up, but I'm gonna go down at the edge of this foot. And then I'm gonna go up in the middle. So I want it like, I missed the beginning. Did you use 6 strands for the hoop part? No, I used 3. Okay, so with the easel would be overlapping the hoop a little bit. So I'm gonna come up inside one of these threads. And then don't pull this too tight because we want it to stay like nice and curved. And then I'm gonna go back down just on the other side of this. Whoop. Okay. And then I'm gonna stitch one across the bottom and then just kind of fill it in. Just kind of with some like random kind of satin stitches. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over here and do the same. I'm gonna go up on the edge and then down over here and then up in the hoop. And keep it kind of loose and then go back down. Romy. Shh. You're being loud, buddy. And then just kind of fill that in. Okay. There we go. I'll tie that off. And then I think I'm going to use the gray to do the hardware at the top. Let me find a little scrappy. Okay, so I'm just going to use 2 strands of the 648. Let me just tie this off real quick. Okay. So I'm just going to go and do 2 little stitches for the edge of the hoop and then connect them. That is really hard to see. So just 3 little stitches just to connect that. That's it. That one's a little bit crooked. I wonder if I need to redo it. Yes, I sometimes undo my stitches this way. I do not really recommend it. But this one is crooked. I think it will bug me. Let's see. Now it's going in. That's why I don't recommend it. Now I'm getting caught on things. What do you got, boys? Okay, starting over. Okay. Trying to see. Let's go there. Oh my goodness. For such a tiny little detail, it's sure given me a lot of grief. Okay, there. Okay, I'm not touching it anymore. Okay, so do we want to keep going? Call it a day? Keep working on this? Are you guys sick of me yet? We're almost 30 minutes in, but this is done. Let's just do this pot because we still have the bird, this, the flowers, and the shelves, and the details on books. Okay. Yes, you're right. Thank you. Thank you for having that conversation with me. Let's do the pot that the plant is in, and then we'll call it a day. Because I am planning on doing, it will go right along with today, because I'm planning on doing chain stitch for it as well. Okay. Let's use somebody tell me, can you still see me and hear me? Okay, Bree can. I don't know what happened. Okay, so back to it. I wonder if my internet had a glitch or something. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 strands of each. So we'll have a total of 4 strands to do this chain stitch. Gosh, I'm worried. I feel like I might need to get off before Instagram shuts me down. Okay. So, because we're going to work in lines going up and down, up and down. I'm going to do a regular chain stitch. I don't want to be weaving around all of that. So, in case you don't remember from the other day, we're going to go up and down in the same hole there. And then we're going to come up and pull that snug and then go back down in that same hole and create the next chain. So this is small enough and I am making fairly larger stitches. So I'm going to have 3. Stitches. And then once we get to the top, we can just go ahead and tack it down. And then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing, except I'm going to go the opposite way. So I'm going to start at the top. And go here. What, honey?
Put the one more ear up on.
Okay.
Then we'll put the marshmallows.
You're eating marshmallows, huh?
Then we'll eat other them.
Oh.
Then there'll be a better.
Okay, so we're just going to do that back and forth. So one line goes up and one line goes down. And we'll just fill in this whole space. Oh my gosh, I've been sewing. Oh no! Look what I did. I sewed my fabric into it. Darn it! Now I just have that piece back there. Woohoo! That's fun. I was like, what is going on? Why is it so thick? I'll trim that out later. Or I'll just leave it. Oh, goodness. That is funny. If you haven't ever done that, consider yourself lucky. My thread is kind of short, and so I'm having a hard time keeping my fingers out of the way. I think that's cute. I like that texture. That's fun with those two colors. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because my thread is getting a little short, so it's hard for me to keep my fingers out of the way for you to see what I'm doing. So I will finish this real quick off screen, and then I will post a picture of it in my stories. So it'll just go just to the edge, however many rows you can fit. Right now I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm thinking 2 more will do it. Yeah, so we're getting close. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we will do the bird and the plant. And I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think what else we're gonna do tomorrow. We might just do those two. And maybe these flowers down here. Anyways, okay. I'm gonna finish this off screen, check my stories later, and I will be back tomorrow, hopefully with quieter children. So thanks for coming, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.